The Seeker by Kaitlyn Kowalski. Exterior front porch night. A young freckled redhead, Gretchen Road, 15, rides her bike up a driveway to a wraparound front porch. She drops the bike on the manicured lawn. She rings the doorbell. It swings open. Maria Lambert, early 40s, ushers Gretchen in while finishing to put on her earrings.
Hi, Gretch.
Maria shuts the door with her foot. Interior, entry, same. The entryway is lined with family portraits. Gretchen stares at all white ensembles on a generic beach. Bronzed baby shoes, black and white wedding floaters. Maria talks to her reflection while Gretchen looks around the cavernous house.
Thank you so much for coming. I know I told you I'd give you the weekend off, but my mom got sick. I hope it wasn't too last minute.
Oh, it's no problem, Mrs. Lambert.
Guys, Gretchen is here.
Small footsteps pound on the hardwood from above. Giggles can be heard on the stairwell. Maria walks down the hall while putting on her high heels and stumbles over a toy car. She curses under her breath. Continued. Gretchen follows. Interior, kitchen, continued. SpongeBob SquarePants plays over the clacking of Maria's heels. Harry and Bridget Lambert, 4 and 5, run up behind Gretchen and hug her.
Hello, hello, little ones.
Hi, Gretchen.
Gretchen!
Okay, you two, relax.
Maria walks over to the mudroom. Interior, mudroom, continued. She punches in the code for the alarm system. Interior, kitchen, continuous. Maria writes something down on a piece of paper.
You remember the alarm code, right? 2371? I'm turning it on for you, but if they want to go out for a walk, make sure you turn it back on when you come in.
Gretchen nods, as Harry and Bridget literally climb all over her. Gretchen can keep up with them.
Guys, come on. Please do not climb on your sitter. I need to show her something.
Exterior garage continuous. Maria and Gretchen walk past the in-ground swimming pool to the garage. Maria lifts up a porch light and takes out a spare key.
Make sure to take this with you when you leave the house.
Gretchen nods. Interior entry later. Mark Lambert, mid-40s, helps Maria put her coat on.
Thanks again, Gretch. Call me if you have any problems.
Gretchen flinches at Gretch. Gretchen waves and shuts the door behind her. The door closes with an echoing thud. More SpongeBob softly fills the house. Interior living room later. Gretchen runs around the living room with Bridget on her back. Harry rolls around on the couch laughing at the silliness. Gretchen drops Bridget on the couch and falls exasperated next to her.
My turn!
No, I'm so tired. What else can we do?
Hide and seek. I'm the best hider.
No, I am!
No, Gretchen, you be the seeker and we'll hide and you tell us who the best hider is.
Gretchen straightens up.
Okay.
Gretchen walks over to the wall and buries her face in her arm. Harry and Bridget tiptoe over to see if she's peeking. They giggle and run away. Gretchen counts as they run away.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Gretchen counts to 30.
Come out, wherever you are.
Gretchen looks around the open concept living room and kitchen. No movement. Interior parents' bedroom. Continuous. Gretchen slowly opens the door to the parents' room. She looks around the room. California king-size bed with at least 10 throw pillows. Custom artwork over their bed. 2 walk-in closets and an ensuite bathroom. Gretchen walks over to Maria's vanity. There's a jewelry box sitting open on the vanity. She takes the box and finds a set of pearl earrings. Gretchen looks around to see if anyone is watching her. She tries on the earrings. She admires herself in the 3-way mirror. A sound comes from the hallway. Gretchen panics and takes the earrings off and puts them back where she found them. She leaves the bedroom.
I'm coming to get you.
Distant giggling. Interior living room, 9 p.m. Gretchen sits at the coffee table with Harry and Bridget coloring with cartoons playing in the back.
Hello? Anyone home?
Harry and Bridget run to her as she walks in. Gretchen starts cleaning up the coloring books.
Mama! Look at what I made! It's for you, Mommy.
Maria holds up a poorly colored in picture of Donald Duck. Maria hugs Harry really tight.
Oh my, look at that. How were they? Any trouble?
Gretchen watches Maria hug Harry with disdain. She snaps out of it when she hears Maria's question.
No trouble at all. We played hide and seek.
Yeah, and I was the best hider. She finally gave up looking for me and told me to come out.
Maria gives Gretchen a sympathetic nod. Gretchen smiles back. Exterior front porch, same. Maria walks Gretchen to the front porch. She hands her $30.
Thanks, Gretch. I can't tell you what it means to be able to count on you. You're an awesome babysitter. I'll let you know if we're going to need you this weekend, okay?
Gretchen nods.
Okay. Bye, Mrs. Lambert. Sure, just let me know.
Gretchen turns to walk away when Harry and Bridget rush past Maria and bear hug Gretchen again.
Okay, let's go. I'm pretty sure Gretchen wants to get out of here.
Harry and Bridget let go and Gretchen exhales. They all wave to her as she grabs her bike and rides off down the street. Exterior Gretchen Street, 9:30 p.m. Gretchen rides up a more modest street. No street cleaning on this street. A street light flickers off overhead. She pulls into her own driveway. There's a dirt patch on her lawn where she drops her bike. Interior Gretchen's house, continuous. Gretchen walks into the side door of her house. She shuts the door softly behind her. A baseball game plays on the television. Interior living room, continuous. Lucy Road, mid-40s, and Dale Road, early 50s, sit in the living room. Lucy sits on the hand-me-down sofa folding laundry. Dale, in a beat-up armchair, reads a newspaper while the game plays in the background. Gretchen tiptoes past the living room. Dale looks up and sees Gretchen walking by.
Gretch? Whoa, where are you going so fast? How'd it go?
He puts his paper down and all his attention is on Gretchen. Lucy smiles as she lowers the volume of the baseball game.
It went fine.
Good.
Gretchen turns and tries to walk to her bedroom. Dale clears his throat. He's not playing around anymore.
Come over here.
Gretchen stops and swallows. She turns back to her family.
You got something for me?
Gretchen's eyes are locked onto her father. She goes into her pocket and pulls out the spare key to the Lambert's house and dangles it in front of her father. Lucy sits stiff on the couch. She watches her husband. Dale sits back and pats his lap, gesturing for Gretchen to sit down.
Come here, Gretch.
Gretchen walks over to her father and sits on his lap. She hands over the key.
Excellent. Good work, Pumpkin. What's the code to the alarm?
Gretchen bites her lip and draws a faint amount of blood. Dale's eyes narrow as he looks at Gretchen.
Well?
Gretchen doesn't take her eyes off her father.
2, 3, 7, 1. Wait for the light to turn green and then you can go in.
Dale looks back at the key. He gets up and walks over to the phone, forgetting his daughter was on his lap. He dials a number.
Ned? Hey, man, yeah, you on for this weekend? Should be a big score. Great. See you tomorrow before the big game. My house. Bye.
Lucy sits silent and stares at her laundry. Gretchen breathes heavy and goes into her room. Interior Gretchen's room, continuous. Gretchen falls face first onto her bed with her face in her pillow. Interior Gretchen's kitchen, the next morning. Gretchen paces around the kitchen. No one else is home. She sits down on the little seat next to the phone line. Gretchen stares at the keypad. She picks up the receiver and listens to the dial tone. She curls the mustard yellow cord around her finger and finally dials a number.
Hello, you've reached the Lambert residence. We've gone to New York this weekend, so if this is an emergency, you can reach me at the Hampton Hotel in Times Square. Otherwise, please leave a message and we'll call back when we get back.
The message tone beeps. Gretchen pauses.
Hey, Mrs. Lambert. Just checking if you wanted me to house sit this weekend. But I guess you're already gone. Have fun in New York. Bye.
Gretchen hangs up the phone. Interior Gretchen's living room, 10 p.m. Gretchen watches television in the dark. She's still alone in the house. The fluorescent TV lights wash Gretchen out and cast shadows over the whole living area. She turns the TV off. She locks the doors, brushes her teeth. Interior Gretchen's room, continuous. Gretchen puts her pajamas on. She sits at her own plastic kid version of Maria's vanity. She examines herself in the fake mirror and turns out her lights. She lies in her bed and sobs very loud. Interior Gretchen's room, the next morning. Gretchen is asleep in her bed. She wakes up sniffing.
Gretchen, you're going to be late for school. Wake up.
Gretchen gets out of bed and looks in her mirror. There's a small gift box sitting on her vanity. She opens it up, and there lie a pair of Maria's pearl earrings. Gretchen sits down and holds the earrings in her hand, feeling their weight. She smiles and puts the earrings on.
Gretchen, are you awake?
Gretchen gets dressed and goes to the kitchen. Interior Gretchen's kitchen, continuous. Gretchen sits down at the table. Dale sits at the table reading his newspaper. Lucy flashes a sad smile and walks a pan of sizzling eggs and bacon over to Gretchen.
Those look nice on you.
She smiles at Gretchen. Gretchen touches her lobes and cracks a small smile. The landline rings. Gretchen goes to answer the phone.
We're eating. Let it ring.
Lucy stares out the kitchen window. Gretchen sits back down at the table. The answering machine kicks on.
Hello, Mr. and Mrs. Rode. My name is Officer Hoyt. I'm calling to see if I can speak to your daughter, Gretchen. I understand she babysits for the Lambert family every so often. I'd like to ask her some questions. If you can give me a call back at 587-3499, that'd be a big help. Thank you and have a nice day.
Dale reads his newspaper. Gretchen's eyes widen and she looks at Lucy and Dale. Dale doesn't look up from his paper.
Gretch, you're gonna be late for school if you don't move.
Gretchen swallows hard and grabs her book bag. She gives her mom a kiss goodbye and leaves. Exterior Gretchen's house. Same. Gretchen gets on her bike and rides down the street. Interior school hallway, 12 p.m. Gretchen stands at her locker with her friend Jasmine, 15.
So then, Mrs. Sanders was like, Joey, didn't I say to spit the gum out 20 minutes ago? And then he spit the gum on the floor right in front of her desk. He's definitely getting a detention.
Gretchen is looking past Jasmine into the school office. Harry is sitting on the bench outside the principal's office.
Hello, Earth to Gretchen.
Gretchen shakes her head.
Sorry, that's Harry Lambert. His house was robbed this weekend.
How'd you know?
Huh? Oh, I heard Mrs. Angley talking about it in the office when I dropped off attendance.
Wow, sucks. So you're coming to my house party later, right?
Gretchen stares at Harry.
Sure. I'll see you later, Jasmine.
The school bell rings. Gretchen heads toward the office.
Where are you going? You're going to be late for math.
Gretchen ignores her and goes to the office. Interior school office, same. Gretchen comes in the office. She walks up to Harry. Harry doesn't look up.
Hey, bud.
Harry looks up and sees Gretchen.
Hi, Gretchen.
Gretchen sits down next to him and puts her arm around his shoulder.
You okay?
Harry watches his feet dangle over the side of the bench.
No.
Gretchen nudges Harry.
You'll be okay. You're the toughest kid I know.
Harry falls into Gretchen's side and lets her hug him. The principal's office door opens. Maria walks out. She watches Gretchen hold Harry. For a split second, she tears up.
Hi, Gretchen.
Gretchen jumps up.
Mrs. Lambert?
Hey, bud. Why don't you go get your bag and I'll meet you at the door?
Harry gets up and begins to leave. He stops, turns around, and hugs Gretchen tight. Gretchen's eyes dart from Harry to Maria. Harry leaves.
I didn't know you were here. I was just...
It's okay. You were looking out for him. He's lucky to have
Maria notices the earrings Gretchen is wearing.
a great babysitter like you to care about him. He's been a little preoccupied since everything happened. Mrs. Angley called me and he's going to take a break.
Gretchen nods.
Good. Anything that helps.
Right.
Maria starts to leave.
Gretchen, you didn't happen to see anything that night you were at the house, did you?
Gretchen swallows. She shakes her head.
No. I was busy with Harry and Bridget.
Okay. Thanks, Gretch.
Gretchen shivers at Gretch. Maria leaves. Gretchen watches Harry and Maria leave the school. Gretchen walks down the hall to her class. Interior, Gretchen's classroom, later. Gretchen sits at her desk doodling. Gretchen's teacher, Miss Lopez, 30, stands at the blackboard.
Then you carry the 4, and then all you have to do is cross multiply and divide.
The classroom intercom interrupts the lesson. Everyone looks up, except Gretchen.
Gretchen Road, please report to the office. Gretchen Road, please report to the office.
Gretchen looks up. Everyone in her class is staring at her.
You heard her, Gretchen. Better scoot.
Gretchen labors to get out of her seat. She doesn't take anything with her. Interior school hallway, same. Flashes of red and blue light up Gretchen's face as she walks down the hall. 2 silhouettes of adults black out the end of the hallway. She can see a young boyish officer, Hoyt, 28, holding onto his holster belt. Mrs. Angley, 60, speaks under her breath to the officer. They both turn and see Gretchen.
Hi, are you Gretchen Road?
Gretchen nods.
Why don't we step into Mrs. Angley's office and talk for a minute?
Okay.
Gretchen walks into a doorway, and Officer Hoyt and Mrs. Angley follow. The red and blue police lights fill the hallway. Cut to black. The Seeker. The end.